Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
It's not picking up the camera.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
And
Hare,
this
Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram
अभी प्रभु ऑडियो कौन सा
जय जगदीश हरे केशवद्रीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवद्रीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल थैंक यू सो मच जय 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 हरे कृष्ण chairs, no? We have to keep chairs. Chairs. Hare Krishna. So nice to see you. God bless you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We need chairs. We need chairs. And we have to pull the carpet. Oh, sorry. We have to move the carpet.
Madana Gopala Mohana Rupa Mohana Rupa Nanda Kumara Vande Krishna Nanda Kumara
ये हटाएंगे हम लोग ये है ना हम लोग यहाँ आगे लेंगे बिकॉज वहाँ क्लास चलता है These are lighter. It's better to take out these. Later on, you all can take out this.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna. Put these that side, so it will be easy to fold. These you keep here. These you keep on that side. So first fill this. Easy to fold, easy to bring. Prabhu, Chintan Prabhu, tell him to put there.
Think of it every day. I have to. No.
Okay, we have to make sure it's coming, right?
करेक्ट, मैं यहाँ तो देख रहा हूँ.
हाँ, आई थिंक वो तो वही आएगा.
ये इसी में आएगा. इसी में आएगा. हाँ, माइक को ज़रा टैप करें. Speak directly into it.
हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण. प्रभु जी इसको बाद में टेस्ट करते हैं कि कैसे करना है. प्रभु जी को अभी माइक ही दे देना है. वो वाला माइक दे देना.
यहाँ हेलो हेलो हेलो. आई जस्ट वांट टू मेक श्योर कि यहाँ से तो नहीं पकड़ रहा है, ये यहाँ से पकड़ रहा है. हेलो हेलो हेलो. ये इधर से पकड़ रहा है. नहीं, दिस इज नॉट. हाँ हाँ हाँ, वॉल्यूम होगा, बट फिर भी दिस शुड हैव.
दिस इज आउटपुट.
ये आउटपुट है. हाँ, मास्टर. हेलो 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 हेलो. ये यहाँ से कर रहा है,
तो वो टेस्ट कर लेंगे प्रभु जी का.
चलो इसी में डाल देते हैं.
और प्रभु जी को वो दे देते हैं.
All night.
Should the chair be this way? Shall I move that so far out? Move the chair on there. Take this out of there. Thank you. Hare Krishna. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी. यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना. यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना. यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gaura Sundar Jaya Nityananda Ram, Gaura Sundar Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha Dev, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha Dev. Jaya Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev. Jaya Lakshmi Devi, Jaya Lakshmi Devi, Lakshmi Devi, Jaya Lakshmi Devi. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Can you give me one Ricola? Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Sunday. We are just 2 weeks away from the advent of the greatest incarnation of Lord Krishna, who is Lord Krishna himself. This is his 528th appearance day. 528 Gaurabdha. You all know what is Gaurabdha? 528 years since the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you look in the Vaishnava calendar, it will show you. That means just 528 years back, Mahaprabhu appeared, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That seems like a very long time, right? No, it's not. It was like yesterday. I even know my 6 ancestors leading to 600 years back. I researched it to find out which ancestor was there when Mahaprabhu was there on this planet. And I found that 500 years is nothing. 500 years is nothing. Our 80 years, 100 years just passes away like this, right? Like yesterday, we were 16 years old, today we are 60 years old. It feels like that, doesn't it? The time passes in such a fast way. So, 500 years was nothing. It's like Mahaprabhu just appeared a few days back. So, when the appearance day of Mahaprabhu is celebrated on 13th March, right? We should have that intensity to see Mahaprabhu on that day. We should have that mood that yes, Mahaprabhu is here. It's not that we are just celebrating a birthday of a bygone era. No, he's here right now, present over here, right? So in order to approach that kind of mind frame, in order to approach that mood, the last few weeks we have been talking about the beautiful appearance and pastimes of Mahaprabhu, right? As we said, this is the golden period. From the time Nityananda appears till the appearance of Mahaprabhu is considered as the most golden period. In this period, everyone is rejoicing. Everyone is having Kirtana festivals everywhere, and everyone is anxiously waiting for the appearance of Mahaprabhu. If you go to Mayapur right now, there is like hundreds of thousands of people there. They're indulging in all kinds of activities so as to be very high in that mood where when Mahaprabhu appears, they are in complete bliss. They have parikrama of the entire Navadvip going on. They have Kirtan festivals for 4-5 days over there, leading up to the appearance of Mahaprabhu. And everywhere there is so many other get-togethers and sessions and discussions and katha going on about Mahaprabhu. From the appearance of Mahaprabhu till the time when, from the appearance of Nityananda till the time when Mahaprabhu appears, is considered as the golden period. For us, it's a real golden period. This is the time when we can raise our consciousness to such an extent that we can get the complete mercy of Mahaprabhu. So following in that line, following in that mood, we are also here discussing the wonderful appearance and pastimes of Mahaprabhu. We are trying to understand Mahaprabhu's appearance. We are trying to understand everything that he came for, what he did, and how he helped us all in our spiritual life, in our generally in our material life as well. Just turn it off, Prabhuji. Right, so that is the whole idea behind these next few weeks that we will be approaching the appearance of Mahaprabhu. So let us start by first glorifying the Panchatattva as we know it. Do you all know what is Panchatattva? Anyone here does not know what is Panchatattva? Panchatattva, Pancha means 5, right? Tattva means elements, 5 elements. So Krishna's 5 elements, Mahaprabhu is the original Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, right? And right on his right hand side is Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is none other than Sri Balaram ji. Okay, Sri Balaram. You can see right there on top, that's the Panchatattva. Right in the middle is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, and next to him on his right is Sri Balaram ji. Next to Balaram ji is who? Advaitacharya. Has anyone heard of Advaitacharya? If you are in Brahma Madhva Gaurya Sampradaya, you must know Advaita, because it's because of Advaitacharya that Krishna appeared as Mahaprabhu. Right? So Advaitacharya is who? Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu. The cries and prayers of Mahavishnu forced Krishna to appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? And then on his left is Gadadhar Pandit. You all may have heard of Gadadhar Pandit. He is not very spoken of much because he keeps a very low profile, but he is very, very important part of the Panchatattva. And who is Gadadhar Pandit? He is Radharani herself. Radharani herself appears. Because Krishna appears, then Radharani has to appear. Right? But she appears as Gadadhar Pandit, one of his associates. Right? And Radharani is always on the left of Krishna. Right? So here also Gadadhar Pandit, you'll see, is on the left of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who's in the extreme left? Known as Srivas Thakur. Right? Srivas Thakur is who? Anyone? Narada Muni. Anyone has not heard of Narada Muni? In India, if you're from India, you have not heard of Narada Muni? Okay, no problems. There are a lot of very, very great sages. You know what is a sage, right? Right. So there are many great sages. Amongst all the sages, the highest sage is Narada Muni. Okay, the highest sage. No one is higher than Narada Muni. He is the son of Brahma himself. Brahma is the original creator of the material aspect, right? So he is the son of Brahma. Okay, is that clear? So that Narada Muni appears as Srivas Thakur, and that is the Panchatattva. Krishna, Balaram, Lord Vishnu, Radharani and Narada Muni, right? And when they appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaitacharya, Gadadhar Pandit and Srivas Thakur. That is the Panchatattva. So with this chanting of this mantra, we are glorifying Krishna and his 5 elements in the 5 forms that he appears, right? So you all can repeat after me. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question that might be a little embarrassing to you, right? But treat it as something that's leading to something even better, okay? How many of you, and don't feel obliged to answer, it will help if you answer. How many of you look at the mirror at least one time every day? I think everyone does, right? Right? Is there anyone who does not?
100 times.
Huh?
100 times.
You look at that 100 times. Jai, see, there's a humble guy who is ready to admit he sees 100 times. 100 times, right? Well, 100 times is a bit of a stretch, right? At least after bath, you always look at and make your hair and all that, right? So we Brahmanas have to have bath 3 times a day. So we at least look at the mirror 3 times a day, right? And those who otherwise, I'm not talking to women, okay? I'm only talking in general, okay? Don't take this as something bad and stop looking at the mirror. There's a reason why I'm asking this, okay? So, how many times a day does Krishna look at the mirror? Anyone knows? Anyone? All the time? Krishna never looks at the mirror. Never. Why does he need to look at the mirror? He just has to desire and he can look any way he wants. Right? He can look as the most beautiful of all. When he sees Radharani and he sees her beauty, right, his beauty increases. That's by his will. And when his beauty increases, Radharani's beauty increases. And they are competing with each other for beauty. So by just his will, he can look as beautiful as he wants, or he can look as anyone or anything he wants. That's why he's Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, why would he be Swayam Bhagwan? He looks at the mirror. But one time, when he was on his way to meet Radharani, he had to go through his palace. Okay? And while he was going through his palace, one of the areas had a complete glass floor. Complete glass floor. And when he was passing through it, he happened to glance on that glass floor and he saw someone in that glass floor that was extremely beautiful, captivating. And he approached that form and he could not take his eyes away. He was just staring at that form. Do you know who he was looking at?
Himself.
At himself. Because he had never looked at himself in the mirror. And he was looking at himself, and that form was so mesmerizing that he could not even take his eyes off. For hours he was sitting there and just looking at that form. And then when his enthrallment in that form broke, when looking at that form, he stopped looking at it, he was totally confused. He was totally confused. Confused in the sense that, who is this? What form is this that even I am totally mesmerized by it? I cannot take my eyes off it. Right? And then he was thinking that if this is how I look, if this is how my form is, right, then what it must do to Radharani who keeps looking at me. Right? He said, I'm the Supreme Personality of Godhead and I cannot even understand this. I cannot understand what emotions and what feelings goes through Radharani when she sees me. Just by seeing my reflection, I am totally lost. What must be happening to Shri Radhe when she sees me? And I'm calling myself the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Am Sarvasya Prabhu, and I don't even know this. What kind of Supreme Personality of Godhead I am when I don't even know how someone feels about me, someone who really loves me. Any of you have gone through this experience? I hope not. This is Krishna. Right? So he is now confused that I have to taste what nectar Radharani is tasting when she sees me. Otherwise I'm incomplete. Radharani is more complete than I am. Because she knows me in and out. She knows what she feels when she sees me. And she knows all my likes, all my dislikes. She knows everything. She even knows that I cannot like something unless she likes it. Hear this again. She even knows that I cannot like something unless she likes it. Because she is his Ladini Shakti. You know what is Ladini Shakti?
Pleasure potency.
Ladini Shakti is his pleasure potency. Every one of us has a pleasure potency. Except that in our case it's limited. In Radharani's case it's unlimited. Right? She's the Ladini Shakti, the energy, the pleasure potency of Krishna. So, let me choose someone. What's the vegetable that you hate the most? Huh?
None.
None.
Like everything.
None. You like all the vegetables. Wow. Okay. Let's try something else. Where's Riya?
Riya, raise your hand.
So, Nitya Prabhu, how many of you know Nitya Prabhu? He is a devotee in Krishna consciousness for a very long time. He's been associated with the Atlanta temple. We are very fortunate to have him here today. Thank you so much for joining us, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. I hope you and the family are doing well. Hare Krishna. Welcome. So Nitya Prabhu says yellow squash. Right? What is your most hateful vegetable?
Eggplant.
Eggplant. You and me on the same page.
Bitter. Bitter
I know
gourd.
that eggplant cooked well tastes very good from what I've heard, but somehow I cannot. It just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work. Right? Now, why is that we hate something so much and then something that we love very much? So, what is it that we love the most? Tell me that. Now, don't tell me everything. What do you love the most? What is that you see that your mouth starts watering? I'm sure Rasagulla makes a water, right?
Yeah.
It makes everyone's mouth water. So, some things are very likable and some things are detestable. Right? Why is that so? It's our own Ladini Shakti, what we find pleasure in and what we cannot find pleasure in. Right? Same way, Krishna's Ladini Shakti takes the form of Sri Radharani. And so whatever Radharani makes for Krishna, Krishna just loves it because she knows what he likes. Actually, there's no duality in Krishna. Krishna, like she said, Krishna likes everything, everyone. So there's no duality in Krishna. Now here's a fact that I'm going to state. Let's see how many of you believe it. Since the time immemorial, from the time Krishna's been there, Radharani's been there, do you know that Radharani has never cooked the same meal 2 times? A second time? Who doesn't believe this? Raise your hand. Right? For Radharani it's possible. For Krishna it's possible. Right? She never ever cooks an item that she has already cooked and served to Krishna. Never. Since time immemorial. Right? From the time Radha and Krishna has been there in the spiritual world, there is no time.
Prabhuji don't say that. Chintan Prabhu will say every week we eat same food.
Chintan Prabhu knows that he is not Krishna. So I have confidence he won't do that. Don't let me down, Prabhu. Okay, so she has never cooked the same meal a second time. Right? So Krishna is known by Radharani in and out. He knows everything. She knows everything about Krishna. Everything. What he likes, what he doesn't like. That's why she says Ladini Shakti. Everything she knows. But how much does Krishna know about Radharani? We just proved that Krishna is confused. He cannot understand that feelings of Radharani for him. He cannot understand what Radharani feels when she sees him. And so Krishna says, I have to solve this mystery. Otherwise I'm not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm not complete. I have to solve this mystery. So let's stop this story here and go to another story. Alright? I mentioned Narada Muni, right? Narada Muni, all the time, he's been cursed. He travels all over the world through all the different universes. You know that, right? Narada Muni is not allowed to stay in any place more than 2 to 3 days. Right? 2 days at the most. He was cursed by Daksha that he would have to always keep traveling. He cannot stay anywhere for a long time. Okay? So Narada Muni keeps traveling all over the world. All over the world. And his only job is to save us fallen souls. Everywhere he goes, he finds someone that he can help in their spiritual life and help them to go back to the spiritual world. That's his only job. Right? So, he happened to come to our universe in Kali Yuga. He happened to come to our universe in Kali Yuga. And everywhere he went, he found the people are so distressed. They are in state of anxiety all the time, right? There's so much envy. Thank you so much. There's so much envy. There's so much greed. There's so much anger because of all the stress and all, right? And he was totally moved. He's the most compassionate of all sages. He was moved. He said, I have to help these people. How can I see their distress? How can I see their anxiety? How can I see that they are suffering so much? I have to do something about it. Right? So he says the only person who can help is Swayam Bhagavan. Now Narada Muni has access to everywhere. He can go everywhere. He can even walk into Krishna's palaces in Dwarka. When Krishna was in Dwarka, he used to go into Krishna's palaces unannounced. He wanted to see what Krishna is doing in the different palaces. In one palace he would go, he would see Rukmini is massaging his legs. He would go in another palace, he would see Krishna playing with his children. He would go in a third palace, he would see Krishna is having his lunch. Right? So he would go to every palace to see what Krishna is doing. He could walk in, there was no stopping Narada Muni. He had that access. Krishna had given him that full access. So now he used that power that he had been given and he went straight to Goloka and he went to Krishna in Krishna Lok. Krishna welcomed him. He is one of the greatest sages and Krishna welcomes Narada Muni whenever Narada Muni comes. He welcomed him, seated him in a nice throne, took care of him, fed him, and then he talked to Narada Muni. He said, Narada Muni, you're always so joyful. You're always on your veena, you're singing the glories, singing my glories. But today I see you're so morose, what's happened? You're just not yourself. Something is not right. What is it that's troubling you? Tell me. So as I said, Narada Muni is very compassionate to the people of Kali Yuga. So he cried out to Krishna. He said, Krishna, you came. You gave the message of the Bhagavad Gita. But it did not help. It just made things worse. People cannot even understand your Bhagavad Gita. And those who understand, they are making up their own speculations and preaching that. Nobody really understands your Bhagavad Gita the way it is meant to be. Right? So, you have made it more difficult. People now are actually moving away from you because they don't understand you. They don't understand the Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna smiled and Krishna said, yes, I know this very well. I know this very well. So Narada Muni said, but what are you going to do about it? I want to see you do something because these people are in such state of distress. I cannot see it anymore. You have to help in some way. So Krishna says, don't worry. I have already decided to come again. I have decided to come again to this Kali Yuga. And this time I will not come as Krishna. I will come as my own devotee. And I will show the people of Kali Yuga how to be my devotee and achieve perfection in one lifetime itself. So Narada Muni, when he heard, he was very happy. Narada Muni, immediately he started dancing. Right? He started dancing and he started chanting Krishna's names. Right? So, Narada Muni bajaye veena, Krishna Name, right? Radha Ramana Name. Right? So he started chanting and he started dancing. Narada Muni. But then he had this desire. He told Krishna, okay, you said you are coming, but that form in which you are coming, right? Can I at least get a glimpse of that form? Can you show me for 1 minute? Can you show me that form in which you come? Now Krishna is, of course, he loves Narada Muni a lot. He's one of his favorite devotees, right? So he said, okay, but you can't share this with anyone yet. You cannot tell anyone that I'm coming and which form I'm coming in. You cannot tell this to anyone. This is the secret between you and me. If you agree to that, then I will show you this form. So Narada Muni says, okay, but just show me that form. So Krishna takes the golden form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Beautiful golden form, long hair, lotus-like eyes, long hands going below the knees, and every part of his body was glistening, just illuminated, bright, very bright. Very beautiful. You've never seen a form like this in all of existence. There is no form like this, so beautiful. When Narada Muni saw this form, he could not behold this form. It was so beautiful that he could not behold this form that he fainted. It is said, seeing that form of Lord Mahaprabhu, he immediately fainted. Now, if any of us gets to see that form of Mahaprabhu in person, right? What do you think is going to happen to us? First of all, we don't even have that kind of eyes, divine eyes, to be able to behold that form, right? And secondly, we don't even have that kind of purity of Narada Muni to be able to behold that form. Correct? And that's the reason why Mahaprabhu took the form of this Vigraha, so that we can pray to this Vigraha and get the same blessings that Narada Muni received from Krishna when he saw the form of Mahaprabhu. So when we pray to Mahaprabhu, we are praying to that golden form which Krishna showed to Narada Muni. Because we do not have the eyes to be able to behold that form. When we return back to the spiritual world, then it's a different thing. Then we are in our original transcendental form, and there we can associate with Mahaprabhu, we can actually participate in his pastimes. But in this material world, while we are conditioned in this material body, this is the closest we can come to the beautiful form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now when Narada Muni fainted, right, Krishna did his Yogamaya Leela and made Narada Muni forget that form that he had seen. Although Narada Muni had promised that he won't share it, but Krishna's Yogamaya Shakti, she took that form away from his memory. The only thing that was left in his memory was that Krishna will come and take care of the people of Kali Yuga. That's all that was left in his thought process. But the form of Mahaprabhu, that Krishna took it away. Right? And then Narada Muni started praying to Krishna. He said, whenever you come, you perform such wonderful leelas, you perform such wonderful pastimes. Does that child have a remote? Something's going on with the keys. Okay. So, see, that's coming on and on. Can you give the child some other remote, otherwise it's will go off? Even give the other small remote. You have to give a higher taste to the child. So, then Narada Muni told Krishna, Krishna, you come and perform such wonderful pastimes and you have so many associates, but I never get an opportunity to be part of your lila, part of your pastimes. This one time when you appear, can you please give me even a small role, even a small part in your lila? So Krishna said, no, you are going to be one of the primary associates of mine. It's only through you I will achieve what I am coming to achieve. You will be one of my primary associates. That is why Srivas Thakur is Narada Muni, by Krishna's mercy. And Mahaprabhu used to perform his best pastimes of the midnight Sankirtan and all in Srivas Thakur's house, in his angan, in his courtyard. So Krishna made that promise to Narada Muni that you will be one of my prime associates and it will be you who will help me to achieve my goals when I come in this form. That's Srivas Thakur. Right? Now we'll try to bring the two stories together. Okay? I'm going to share a PowerPoint with you. Please give me a moment. If somehow I can find my cursor. Sometimes don't you wish there was no cursor and you could just touch and it would go? I have the touch but I don't use it. So we're going to go through some of the verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita. These are picked from different places to give you a good picture of Mahaprabhu, okay? Why he appears, why Krishna appeared, okay? So give me a moment to get this going. Okay. So if you all can repeat after me, these are very, very sweet verses. So if you all can repeat after me, just by repeating it, it gives you so much benefit. Yateshta Behari Krishna Kare Antardhana. Antardhana Kare Mone Kare Anumana. Lord Krishna enjoys his transcendental pastimes.
Lord Krishna enjoys his pastimes
As long as he wishes. And then he disappears. After disappearing, however, he thinks thus. So when Krishna appeared first time, how many years was he on this planet?
120.
No.
125
years, right? He was here on this planet for 125 years, right? And in the 125 years, all his transcendental pastimes were transcendental. He performed the Damodar Leela, the Govardhan Leela, he killed so many demons, then he killed Kamsa, then the Kurukshetra war, Dwarka, so many. The whole Krishna book is full of wonderful pastimes of Krishna. Right? So it said he enjoys his transcendental pastimes as long as he wishes. And then he disappears. When it's time, he just disappears. Right? But then after disappearing, he thinks, Chira kale nahi kori prema bhakti dana. Bhakti bina jagat tera nahi avasthana. For a long time I have not bestowed unalloyed loving service to me upon the inhabitants of the world. Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. So this is Krishna's thinking. This is before Narada Muni comes to Krishna, right? So Krishna, in the Krishna law, thousands of years have passed. He appeared 5,000 some odd years, 5,027 years or what. He appeared, right? And then he left. So about 3,000-4,000 years maybe have passed, right? At that time he is thinking, for a long time I have not bestowed unalloyed loving service to me. So these people in the material world, they don't have any love for me. They don't serve me with love. That's what he's saying. I have not bestowed, I have not given them the opportunity, I have not given them my mercy so that they can perform loving service to me. Okay, he's thinking that way, right? Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. I have created this material world, all these living beings who are part and parcel of me, they are in this material world. If they don't have the opportunity to perform loving service to me, what is the use of this material world? The material world is basically created to increase our attachment to Krishna, to increase our loving attachment to Krishna. And if I do not give them that mercy, I do not give them that opportunity, what's the use of this material world? That's what Krishna is thinking. Okay? Then when he thinks like that, he says, Shakala jagate more kore vidhi bhakti. Shakala jagate more kore vidhi bhakti. Vidhi bhakti vraja bhave paite nahi shakti. Vidhi bhakti vraja bhave paite nahi shakti. Everywhere in the world people worship me. Everywhere in the world people worship me. According to scriptural injunctions. According to scriptural injunctions. What are the scriptural injunctions? To perform rituals, right? Like you perform homams, you perform yajnas and all that, and you perform deity worship. Those are considered as scriptural injunctions. That means worshipping according to the scriptures. Okay? That gives you benefit. Okay? But simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiments of the devotees in Braja Bhumi. So Braja means Vrindavan, right? In the 14 forests of Vrindavan. In the Vrindavan area, the people are always chanting Radhe Radhe. You know, those who have been to Vrindavan, they are chanting Radhe Radhe. And Radharani and her gopis are considered as the most highest of all devotees of Krishna. They know true love of Krishna, right? And so through their chanting and through their whatever leelas they perform, it's all about loving Krishna, right? They don't know anything else but loving Krishna. They don't know any Bhagwan and all that. They don't care about any Bhagwan. Whether Krishna is Bhagwan or not, they don't care. They only know that they love Krishna. That's it. That's it. Right? So, Krishna is saying that these people, by performing all these rituals, they will never be able to achieve that kind of love for me like the gopis of Vrindavan. They will never be able to achieve. These rituals will give them benefits only in this material world. You can do yajnas and you will get the benefit that you ask for. I actually went to Hyderabad recently. It's just a devotion from what I'm talking about. And they told me that there is a Balaji temple which is called Visa Balaji temple. Those who are from Hyderabad, they know this, right? They say anybody who goes to that temple and prays, they get a visa to America. Is that true? It's true? It's 100% true, right? There is a Visa Balaji now. Okay? So people go there actually to pray for visas. And Balaji is so kind, so compassionate. He gives it to them. Right? And by giving it to them, his fame becomes more and they become more attached to him. So as in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, those who worship the demigods, I build their faith. Right? So same way Balaji builds their faith and slowly they will come out of their material desire and they will develop love for God. Right? So there's nothing wrong with it. If they are coming for visa, let them come. At least they are coming, right? Right? But you can't develop love for the Lord through these rituals. By doing yajnas and homams and all, you cannot develop love for Krishna. So Krishna is thinking this way that, okay, I have to do something different for these people. Just these rituals is not going to help. Right? ऐश्वर्य ज्ञाने ते सब जगत मिश्रिता ऐश्वर्य स्थितिला प्रेमे नाही मोरा तुलिता knowing my opulences the whole world looks upon me with awe and veneration. But devotion made feeble by such reverence does not attract me. So we all know Krishna is Bhagavan, right? So we come before Krishna and we pray to Krishna. Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Please accept my prayers. Thank you so much. That is not going to give us love of Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna specifically says in chapter 4, right, he says, I send forth all these opulences, this paraphernalia, whatever is needed for performing rituals, for
Don't
performing
keep doing
yajnas and all,
that. You're going behind him. You're coming into the
and
video
these
all the
have to be
time.
offered to
There
Lord
is a
Vishnu.
camera there.
Clearly he
You're going
mentions
behind. You're
that
being
these have to
visible
be
all the
offered to
time.
Lord Vishnu.
So
You
come
cannot
from in front of the
attract
camera.
Krishna by these rituals.
Come in front of the camera. Come in front of the camera. Or come back.
And so, only through rituals you can attract Lord Vishnu, but you cannot attract Krishna. Krishna himself is saying that if you are attracted by these rituals, then you have to go to Lord Vishnu, who is my form, who takes care of this entire material creation. Right? But if you want me, you have to go beyond these rituals. For me, the only thing that will attract me is your love and devotion. Right? In Bhagavad Gita says, anyone who offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a plant, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toya, right? A Patram is leaf, Pushpam is flower, Phalam is fruit, and Toyam is water. Anyone who offers me this with love and devotion, I accept it. So he is looking for love and devotion. He does not care about all these rituals and all. If you want rituals and all, my form of Mahavishnu is there, you can go there. But if you want to come to me, it has to be with love and devotion. So here also he is saying, the whole world looks upon me with awe and veneration. That is the Vishnu form. When they look at the Vishnu form, they look with awe and veneration. But devotion made feeble by such reverence. This is an important statement. Your devotion is made feeble by such reverence. So every one of you have a very special relationship with God. Every one of us has a very special relationship with Krishna. Every one of us. We have a special place with Krishna. We have a special function with Krishna. When we go back to the spiritual world, we go back to our original constitutional position. What is the meaning of original constitutional position? The place
Don't go
where
behind
we
you.
left and came. The
Okay.
service that we were performing for Krishna, we go back to that service. Now that service may be anywhere. It may be in Vishnu Lok, maybe in Narsimha Lok, it may be in Vamana Lok, anywhere we may have come for. But now we may have developed love for Krishna. So we'll say, Krishna, I have developed love for you, you're sending me back to where I was, Vamana Dev or Narsimha Dev and all. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, there is no limit to where you can go in the spiritual world. There is no limit. You will go back to your constitutional position, but if you have developed love for Krishna, right, Krishna will bring you to Krishna Lok. There is no barrier, there is no. Since it's the spiritual world, there are no limits. Everything is unlimited there, and everything is personal there. Right? So you may go back to your constitutional position, but from there, you can elevate yourself all the way to Krishna Lok if you want. Right? There's this famous story of I'll just forget his name. That cowherd boy who actually is given the Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Gopakumar. Thank you so much. I always forget that name. I don't know why. Gopakumar, he goes all the way. He goes to Dwarka in the spiritual world. He goes to Mathura in the spiritual world. But he's not satisfied. Because he's searching after Krishna, the cowherd boy in Krishna Lok. So when he meets Narada Muni, then either Narada Muni or it's one of the Munis, they tell him that if you want to go to Krishna Lok, you have to perform devotion to Krishna in Vrindavan. He again comes back to this material world in Vrindavan, and there he keeps remembering Krishna all the time, and finally he goes back to Krishna Lok. When he goes to Krishna Lok, Krishna himself hugs him and welcomes him to Krishna Lok. So there is no limit, there is no barrier. You can go as high as you want. Alright? But you will return to your constitutional position, and from there you can elevate yourself all the way to Krishna Lok, because you have love for Krishna and you can serve Krishna in Krishna Lok. So that's what he says, devotion made feeble by such reverence. Your devotion to Krishna will become feeble. It will not be strong through yajnas, through rituals. It will only be strong through love and devotion. You can only achieve Krishna through love and devotion. You cannot by reverence. Krishna doesn't want any reverence. There's no reverence in Vrindavan. The gopis, they treat him as their lover. So sometimes they chastise him. Sometimes they abuse him. The cowherd boys, they are playing with Krishna. They'll pull food out of his mouth and eat it. Or they'll take out food from their own mouth and put in Krishna's mouth. And Krishna is happy with that. He loves it because he wants to be one of them. He wants to be one of the cowherd boys. He wants to be with the gopis, exchange love with them. So he's okay with that. That's what he's looking for. Right? He does not want awe and reverence. He wants a personal relationship with you. And you have a personal relationship with him. You just have to reinstate that relationship which has been covered because we came to this material world. When we go back, that relationship will be reinstated. Alright? So you don't want awe and reverence. Then next was Aishwarya Jnane Vidhi Bhajana Kariya Vaikunta ke yaya chatur vidha mukti pana. By performing such regulated devotional service in awe and veneration, one may go to Vaikuntha. Because you are worshipping Lord Vishnu with all rituals, you can go to Vishnu Lok, Vaikuntha, and attain the 4 kinds of liberation. 4 kinds of liberation are being close to the Lord, taking his form, being in the same form as the Lord, and so on and so forth. Let's not go into that. That is more material. But it says over here, Shasti Sarupya Ara Samipya Shalokya Sayujanaya Loya Bhakta Yata Brahmek Aikya. Sorry. These liberations are Shasti. Achieving opulences equal to those of the Lord.
Achieving opulences equal to those of the Lord.
A lot of yogis in the mountains, they perform great tapasya so that they can have those ashtasiddhis, mystic powers that the Lord has, right? Swarupya, having a form same as the Lord.
Having a form same as the Lord.
Samipya, living as a personal associate of the Lord.
Living as a personal associate of the Lord.
And Shalokya, living on the Vaikuntha planet.
And Shalokya, living on the Vaikuntha planet.
Devotees never accept Sayujya. However, since that is oneness with Brahman, Sayujya is mukti, what we call as mukti, going into the Brahman. Don't aspire for that, because you will go there, you'll be there for a long time, and again you'll fall down. You'll again fall back again. That is not the final stage. युग धर्म प्रवर्तनो नाम संकीर्तन चारि भाव भक्ति दिया नाचनो भवन I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age. Nama Sankirtana. The congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy. Realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. Right? This is the decision Krishna made that he will come to give us the Nama Sankirtana in the age of Kali. What is the Nama Sankirtana? Chanting of the holy names. What are the holy names? As according to the Kali Santarana Upanishad tells us which mantra we need to chant in Kali Yuga. In the Kali Santarana Upanishad it is clearly said, in Kali Yuga the maximum benefit is achieved by chanting the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to start the Nama Sankirtana, the congregational chanting of the holy name. He had to think a lot. Krishna had to think a lot. How can I benefit the people of Kali Yuga? If I tell them to do something difficult, it is not possible in Kali Yuga. I have to give them something so simple that they will get purified even if they don't want to get purified. So when we chant Hare Krishna and the people outside, if they just hear Hare Krishna, Krishna says, okay, you heard Hare Krishna, that's it. I'm going to give now the full benefit. That's how easy Krishna made it for the people in Kali Yuga. And what to talk about those who chant Hare Krishna willingly out of love. To them Krishna gives everything. He takes care of them materially, spiritually, everything. He is there for them all the time. That's the power of this mantra in Kali Yuga. So those of us who take up to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, we chant every day, every single day in the early morning, then our whole day becomes very easy because we have got Krishna's empowerment. Right? Some of you may have seen, we chant on those beads over there. One mala has 108 beads. Right? It has 108 beads. So on one mala we chant 108 times this mantra, Hare Krishna mantra. Can you ask them not to use that every lecture? It's written there. Oh, the kids. Okay, don't worry, it's the kids. Let's not displease them. Kids are always special. Okay, so without kids, what would we do? Our love for kids transforms into a love for Krishna. We should love our children like nobody else. Okay, so anyway, so when we chant this Maha Mantra every day, we will see the effect that it has throughout the day. So we chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 108 times on a beat, right? And many of us chant 16 such rounds, right? 16 is a very auspicious number. 16,108. Krishna used to have 16,108 wives in Dwarka. So 16 rounds of 108 mantras. It's very, very auspicious. So when you chant that, Krishna has no option but to answer your prayers. So we should chant every day. So this is why Krishna came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give us the Nama Sankirtana. That's one of the reasons. There are many more that will be discussed in the next class by Baladev Prabhu. Today he was not here, so he told me to take over and I'll try my best to tell you what little I can. Thank you all so much. Any questions or any comments? Yes. Reverence means with lot of respect. To look up to someone. You know, you look up to someone. That means, for example, you look up to your parents, right? The parents take care of you. You look up to them. You look up to them with respect, right? When you respect someone, and you look up to them, that is what is called as reverence. Okay? Does that help? To look up to someone with respect and to how do you put that? I don't have the right word. To respect them and to look up to them. Okay? Does that help you? That's called reverence. Like you have reverence for your parents. You have reverence for great leaders. You have reverence for God and all that. Right? That is, you look up to them with respect. Alright?
She's still
Yes,
confused.
Huh?
I can see it on her face. She's still confused.
She's still confused? You're still confused? No, you're okay. Okay, go ahead.
Prabhu, I will explain that the ritualistic awe and reverence makes your emotional fever. So can you little bit elaborate more on that and how we can make it emotional service more strong?
When you perform rituals and you perform any kind of activity to honor the Lord, okay, it depends on what is the motivation behind that activity. Okay, if that motivation is not about selflessly worshipping the Lord, right, then it's a deterrence to your spiritual growth. But if it is done in a completely selfless way that Krishna, I'm worshipping you, but I don't want anything from you, just keep me always in a situation where I'm always remembering you, you're always in my memory, and whatever I do should be pleasing to you. That kind of thing, if you pray, right, then it's very strong for your spiritual life. So always the motivation behind determines whether it is acceptable to Krishna or not. Right? So if you want to do with motivation, you can go to Vishnu. Lord Vishnu will be pleased and give you what you want. But if you do it to Krishna, then you're not getting that. You're not going to get that. Krishna is very choosy about what he gives you. Right? Krishna will say, if I give him this thing, is it going to help him in his Krishna consciousness? And then he'll give you. Otherwise he won't give you. Right?
Our consciousness or motivation should be pleasing Krishna.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our motivation for that activity determines.
And is it conducive to our devotion?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Does that help? Yes, please.
My question is, if we do the devotional service, when we die, we go to Krishna Lokasya.
What a beautiful question.
And then if we do it wrong, we will incarnate back to something else.
That's a beautiful question. Thank you so much. It's a very beautiful question. When, huh? Can you take that mic and make her repeat it? There's another mic there. So that we get it directly from her. I love that question so much. It's long, don't worry. Pull it. Yeah, we go, don't worry.
My question was, if we do devotional service now for our whole life until we die, when we go to Krishna Lokasya, then if we don't go properly, would we incarnate back to our human?
You are all for that?
Yes.
If we do devotional service till the last moment of our life, will we go to Krishna Lok? And if we don't do it, will we get another human life? When you perform devotional service to Krishna, one thing is guaranteed. You will always get a human life. You will never fall down into any other species of life. Guaranteed. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Neha Vikramanaso Asti Pratyavayana Vidyate Swa Alpam Api Asya Dharmasya. Swa Alpam. Even if you do a little devotional service for the pleasure of Krishna, Swa Alpam, very little, very little. Trayate Mahato Vaya. It takes away the greatest fear. What is that greatest fear? Of falling down in the next life, not getting another human birth. Krishna guarantees that you will not fall. So human birth is guaranteed. Okay? Your second part is answered, right? Now for your first part, if you perform devotional service sincerely in this lifetime itself, our Srila Prabhupada is sitting there, he is guaranteed that he will take you back to Krishna Lok. He is guaranteed.
So will we be able to finish material bondage?
Will be able to finish?
Bondage?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You will get out of this cycle of birth and death. The material bondage will be gone. You will get your transcendental form. Right? Totally. Right? Is that okay? Very beautiful question. Thank you so much. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Who are your parents here? Your mother? What is your name? Lakshmi. And your father? What is your name, Prabhu?
Arun.
My most humble obeisances. You have given such a wonderful foundation to this child. She had a question, right? Who? Someone raised their hand over here. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah, the follow-up question to the answer you provided.
Uh-huh.
Even if person do one round of chanting, will he get human life?
Even if you chant Hare Krishna once, not even one round, if you chant Hare Krishna once, you are guaranteed a human life. Because Krishna says Swa Alpam, the least amount of devotional service. Right? Even by chanting Hare Krishna once, you are guaranteed a human life. Nobody can take that away from you. In fact, it is said that one who takes prasadam from an ISKCON temple, from Krishna prasadam, he is guaranteed a human life. One who outside unintentionally also hears the Hare Krishna mantra, he is guaranteed a human life. That is Krishna's mercy. Just by hearing Hare Krishna, one can be guaranteed human life. Okay? Anything else? Yes.
Can you please finish the first story for me?
Can I do what?
First story was important. Radharani and everything said about how Krishna wanted to feel what Radharani feels.
You want me to repeat that story?
No, he finish it. He said finish it.
Finish it.
Which story was that? Oh, that is next week. That is the basis for next week. If you want to know what happens after that, you have to come next week.
Stay tuned.
Is it because Balram is in the heart of Radharani that Krishna could,
Ram is not in the heart of Radharani.
No, so as a super soul, right? Like last week we learned that super soul, Balram is in the
Heart of everyone. Radharani is not the living entity.
Okay. So Krishna, he is a super soul,
Yes.
How could he, experience what is going on in Radharani?
Because she is his Ladini Shakti. She is not another living entity. She is not controlled by Krishna. Krishna is controlled by Radharani. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but still he is under the control of Radharani. Does that answer your question? Then you will ask, how is he Supreme Person if he is controlled by Radharani? We are all controlled by our Ladini Shakti. You are all driven by what is your pleasure potency. You always go towards what you like, you don't go towards what you don't like. Right? Krishna, Radharani is Ladini Shakti of Krishna. He is drawn towards her. He pleases her. His whole goal is to please her because he gets pleasure by pleasing her. He is under her control. Right? So Radharani has a very special place. Very special. And that's why Mahaprabhu is so merciful, because he is Krishna and Radha combined, which we will discuss next week. Alright? Any other questions or comments? Lots of wonderful questions. So you'll want to know more about this wonderful Leela that we have been discussing of Krishna. Please come next week. You'll hear it from Balabhadra Prabhu. He's going to talk about the internal reasons why Krishna comes. There are some very strong internal reasons. And that will answer your question too. Okay? So please come next week. Okay? Thank you all so much. So now we have some birthday celebration. I'll ask Madhurya Gopal Prabhu to please take care of this.
Today we are celebrating a very special person birthday, which is celebrating day after tomorrow. 25th is his birthday, but today we are celebrating his birthday. We are doing celebrations. He is none other than our chief priest, our guide, mentor, Krishna Swarup Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Yeah, we would like Krishna Swarup Prabhuji to come over here. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा उधर दूर से आइए
इसका से वीडियो ऑडियो
प्रभु जी गेट दैट टू
आ रहा है क्या
ओके
ऑडियो आ रहा है
so Krishna Swarup Prabhuji's birthday is day after tomorrow 25th and his daughter's birthday is on March 5th.
You know what happens? It थोड़ा आता है फिर चला जाता है.
Neela Manjari. Her initiated name is Neela Manjari. So I request someone to get a knife and a spoon and a plate. In the meantime, we'll sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji. We'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna. Then when we get knife, he's gonna cut and we'll sing the happy birthday song. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhuji, come. So Prabhuji's name is Krishna Swarup Prabhu, right? Everybody remembers his name. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Krishna Swarup Prabhuji. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Prabhuji, it's not something I think. Yeah, we'll sing again.
It's coming and going. Yeah. Which problem है?
Before I cut the cake, I would like to ask who is not fasting on Ekadashi? Who is not fasting? Ekadashi.
All kids.
Kids. Okay, whoever is not fasting, please come forward. I would like to serve you instead of me.
Whoever eats only gravy.
Yeah, fasting. Okay, Ekadashi. Today is Ekadashi, if you know. It's the 11th day of the fortnight. So Ekadashi is called Madhava Tithi. Madhava Tithi, Bhakti Janani. Madhava Tithi is if you fast on Ekadashi, Krishna is very pleased. Madhava Tithi, Bhakti Janani, Yatane Palan Kari, Bhakti Vinod Thakur says. Madhav Tithi, Ekadashi, Janmashtami, such auspicious, wonderful days. We should fast. By that, Krishna is very pleased. We should fast, not only stay hungry, but fast means you chant more. Chant Hare Krishna, more and more rounds, and fast. Try to not eat at all anything. If you can't live without eating, then you can take a milk and juice. You can make with that, and you can eat some fruits. You can make it. you can survive with that, and you can eat some quinoa, khichdi, tapioca, sama rice, and so on. There are many varieties. Then we make big fish on Ekadashi. of course we should fast. Hare Krishna. So on Ekadashi, and I've been teaching on the house program. I would always encourage people to devotees to follow our own culture in this way, that when we celebrate birthday, make something that we don't have to cut. You know, little children on their birthday, you give them a knife, what they will learn? This is not our culture. We should make something that you don't have to cut. Make cupcakes. Cupcakes. Just put it one time on your mouth. Swaha. Finish. And then we cut. Why you bring knife in such a auspicious occasion as a birthday? You should establish this kind of culture. No cutting. No, eat the whole thing.
Eat all things.
No. Okay, break.
No cutting.
Okay. Now from here, take it.
Okay, wow. Next one.
But we have to say happy birthday.
Okay.
More phone, please. More phone.
We sang, we did everything.
Okay. 3 times we will chant for this knowledge, which is very enlightening. We'll chant 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
So please keep in mind, this is the American culture, of course. Making a cake and cutting it. Vedic culture is, you should light the lamp. You see there is a lamp. I light the lamp in the morning. It goes on to today. You should light the lamp in your altar, in your puja room. Ask the child to do that. And then pray. You can come to the temple. You can go to Goshala, feed the cows. You can bring a Brahman and feed them. Give back like that. So there are many things you can do. You know. So these are the things. And want to make sweet, make something that at once, without cutting, you can put it in your mouth. Hare Krishna. One more? Yeah, just take it.
Prabhu will serve all the guests. We'll serve all the guests.
Without cutting.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram.
Thank you also. So, we live in a world of duality, right? We have happiness and we have distress. We have good times and we have bad times, right? We just celebrated the wonderful birthday of our chief priest, Krishna Swarup, and his daughter as well, forthcoming birthdays. And we also have something that we are heartbroken about. There was a wonderful devotee over here who was only 32, 33 years old, right? Her name was Dikti. She used to come and serve over here. And unfortunately, Krishna took her away from us. She developed some cancer, I'm told, and because of that, within 6 months, she was gone. So we want the blessings of all you Vaishnavas for this departed soul. She served very nicely, so I know that Krishna will surely take care of her. But as devotees, we have to pray for those who have been serving us, who have been part of us, so that Krishna listens to our prayers and gives her a position in his Krishna Lok itself, so that she can serve there eternally without having to come again to this material world. So can I please request you all to please raise your hand high in the air and chant sincerely from your heart Hare Krishna mantra 3 times for the feet. Okay? Please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the family would like to remain anonymous, so we don't want the family to be put in a situation where everyone goes up to them, so we will not announce the family, but we all want to keep her in our prayers. so that Krishna may be and anyway, so please pray for her. As I mentioned, we are now coming up on God Purnima. We will have a very big celebration over here. There will be programs in the evening on 30th of March, right? On 30th of March, we will have a lot of stage shows. We will have Abhishek of Gaur Nitai. You see the wonderful deities there. We'll have the Abhishek of Gaur Nitai. We will have Pushpanjali, and there'll be a lot of kirtans, there'll be pravachan. So on that day, the program will start at 5 p.m. and go through the evening. So please mark your calendars, March 13th. There is a lot of opportunity for devotional service on that day. You can have a lot of services. There will be a lot of cooking opportunities. There will be opportunity to participate in the Abhishek, in the stage programs if you want to come and perform. There will be many opportunities, so you can take advantage, especially because it's Gaur Purnima, it's a very special day. It also happens to be Holi, you know. So last year, if I remember, the children were having fun outside playing Holi. We will give them that same opportunity. When they come, they can also participate in playing Holi after the program. Right? So plan for that day, March 30th. I know it's a weekday, but it's a special day. So try to make it, try to make sure that you participate in this program. Also, since it's such a big program, we would appreciate your help. We're looking for sponsors for Gaur Nitai's new dress. If anyone would like to sponsor that, we will have opportunities to sponsor the Abhishek, the dinner, prasadam for all the Vaishnavas. And throughout the day, we will have prasadam for all visiting members. Like it is said in the Shastra, Atithi Devo Bhava. Anyone who comes into this temple is considered as Krishna's guest, right? So we treat them just like we would treat Krishna if he walked into this temple. So we take good care of anyone who comes in here. So on that day also, we will be taking good care of anyone who comes in. So all day there will be prasadam over here. Last year, do you remember? We served 900 plates of prasadam through that day. Mahaguna, are you leaving? Haribol. Don't leave without prasadam, please. I'm watching you. Okay? So Mahaguna is very special devotee. So we don't want her to leave without prasadam. So, please, if you all can help in any way for the program, you are welcome. Okay? And then later on in May 6th, I have announced that we are having Narsimha Chaturthi. That happens to be the second year of this temple, second year anniversary of this temple. On that day, we have a very big plan to have 3-day celebration. On the previous evening, we will have the Adivas ceremony and Kirtans. Then on that Saturday, we will have Rath Yatra in Suwani over here. We are having a Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra here in Suwani on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we will have Lord Narasimha Dev's Omam, right? Big Omam we will have. And then we will have Abhishek of Lord Narasimha Dev and Gaur Nitai, because they are the deities who came at the same time on that particular day, Narsimha Chaturthi. So there will be a big Abhishek of both of them. And then there will be feasting, and there will be Mahartis, Pushpanjali feasting. There will be a very big celebration, 3-day celebration for our second anniversary of this temple. If you all have any questions or comments or anything, any way you all want to participate, you can reach out to Madhurya Gopal Prabhu. You see, he's the priest right now in that altar. Or you can reach out to Vamsi Prabhu, who's over here. Right? You can reach out and they'll be able to answer your questions, and they'll be able to help you and give you a chance to participate in any way you want. Alright? So thank you all so much. Okay, we just found out that we have a sponsor for the Gaur Nitai dress. And guess who it is? The person who was just leaving, I pulled her back. Mahaguna, so grateful to you, Mahaguna. Thank you so much. So she has sponsored the dress for Mordecai. Thank you so much. Let us give her Hari Bol 3 times. Very loudly. So there are many more opportunities that you would like. Now we will start serving prasadam. As I said, our prasadam is 100% prepared over here. Today is a full Ekadashi feast. But except cake. If you are observing Ekadashi, don't touch the cake. Right? But otherwise, the Ekadashi feast sometimes is better than the regular feast. And today the feast is better than the regular feast. So please enjoy it. Hare Krishna, thank you. Hare Krishna.